In this video, I'm going to discuss the rules regarding superlative adjectives. Now, in a previous video, when I talked about comparative adjectives, I told you that to help the learner, we place these adjectives in 4 groups. Well, for superlative adjectives, we do the same. There are 4 groups. The first group is for the very short adjectives. I used examples such as cheap, and the superlative, we add the before the adjective, and we then add est to the adjective. So the superlative for cheap is the cheapest. With the second group, when the adjective ends in y, to make it a superlative adjective, we again add the, but we subtract the y and add iest to the adjective. So, for an example, happy, we say the happiest. The spelling for that, H-A-P-P-I-E-S-T. In the third group, I described long adjectives and told you that for comparatives we add more. Well, for superlative adjectives, we add most. So we also, of course, add the, as we do for all superlative adjectives. So let's do an example of that with the adjective beautiful. We would say for the superlative adjective, the most beautiful. Now I want to describe the superlatives by using them in some sentences. So let's have a listen to these. Example number 1. It's a very cheap restaurant. It's the cheapest in town. Number 2. She's a very intelligent student. She is the most intelligent in the class. Number 3. It was a very happy day. It was the happiest day of my life. Number 4. Spring is a very busy time for me. It is the busiest season of the year. Okay, now some of you will note that I only described 3 groups. So there is a 4th group, and I'm going to talk about it now. Here, of course, the adjectives change completely. So if we have the adjective bad, the superlative adjective becomes the worst. And for example number 2, good, the superlative adjective becomes the best. Okay, let's have a look at some examples using that. Number 1. It's a very good room. It's the best room in the hotel. Number 2. The weather is really bad. It's the worst I've seen all year. Okay. That concludes the video today on the superlative adjectives. Just to remind you, as with the adverbs, we also use superlatives with adverbs, but I'll touch on that in another video.